Into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Warning: Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
We're really looking at a transitory inflation environment.
What we're seeing by way of inflation and price pressure is more transitory.
Inflation, at least for the time being, seems to be transitory.
Transitory.
Transitory. Everything's transitory. That's all they talk about. Transitory. Oh, my God. Every day, transitory. Drive you nuts. Well, let me tell you something. If we had the gold standard, we wouldn't be going through any of this right now. We should have stuck with the gold standard. We're going to talk about that today, how the gold standard, they should bring that back and it would change everything. And most people don't even understand what the gold standard is. But more importantly, if they do, how it makes a better life for all of us, a better standard of living. The manipulation wouldn't be happening. Like right now, there's great manipulation in the 10-year treasuries. They're manipulating that yield to come down because they're trying to run back up the big tech stocks. And the bank stocks are dropping. I mean, the inflation is horrible, and it's not transitory. Yeah, I mean, this is insane. But anytime you tie a gold standard to a currency, it puts restraints on our crooked politicians, on the crooked Federal Reserve, on the crooked Congress. They just can't arbitrarily increase the money supply when you have a gold standard. Because you got to have $1 of gold for every dollar you print. And this is the problem, the whole problem why people are going to get wiped out. The stock market's going to crash 70%. And I'm telling you right now, between now and the end of the summer, we're going to have a 10% correction. Then they're going to rally the market back up based on some goofy, they're going to do another stimulus. Anytime you hear the word stimulus, everybody and their brother jumps back in the market thinking, oh, I can become rich. To that one time, they're going to do it, and they are going to get smoked. And we're almost near that one time. I've never seen so many people buying stock on borrowed money. This is the same thing that happened in 1929. You can't lose because stocks go up every day. Every day they make a new high. You can't lose. Are you kidding me? When 85% of people lose money in the stock markets, they don't know when to get out. And they don't know how to short the stock when it goes down. With the same ease you buy a stock, you should know how to sell a stock short, make money on a stock going down. It's not hard. It's so easy. If a stock is at $66, and I believe it's going to go down, so I say to you, a person who owns that stock, and I do this through a broker, if you believe the stock's going to go up from 66, I believe it's going to go down, so I'll make a deal with you. If I'm right, when it drops, I can elect at any time that you have to buy that stock from me at a lesser amount. So let's just say stock's to 66, it goes down to 63. Right there, I can say, all right, you owe me the difference between 63 and 66 because I shorted it. So he has to pay me the difference. Or if it goes down to 61, he has to pay me that difference, 61 and 66. Or it goes all the way down to 54. And likewise, if it goes back up, if he convinced it's going to go to 66 and going to go higher, then if it goes up, I lose. But shorting is so easy. And people don't do it because they're fearful. Because who put fear in their hearts? Wall Street. Because they never want you selling a stock short. They don't want you to make money from $66 down to $54. Give you an example. We shorted LVS. Remember the casinos? The casinos were going to take off. Everybody was going to getting out now. They're all going to fly. They're all going to fly to Vegas, and they're going to fly. They're going to go to the casinos. Then why is it the casinos are going down now? Because, see, you had to buy LVS, as we did, when it turned green. You buy on the rumor that people are going to get out of their homes, get in a plane, and go to Las Vegas and gamble at Las Vegas Sands. So on my color-coded chart, after the stock had a big hit because of the pandemic, we saw the stock, it was around $48. And then it finally turned green. It was around, at that time, it was around $54. So we bought it. It went from $54 up to about $54 up to about, right before it turned red, it was around, I think around $66. So we had a gain of 22%. Again, I'm not saying every gang member made 22%, but every gang member, because they have my chart, they had a profit center in front of them to gain 21%. Now, where they got in is their choice. But all of us see it turn green at the same exact time, and all of us see it turn red at the same exact time. So it's up to the individual member if he wants to get early or mid. It doesn't matter, because all you have to do is make 5% a month. That's our goal, is to get every gang member to make 5% a month. And that's not including shorting. 5% a month. That's 60% at the end of the year. Can you imagine that? 5% a month. We always teach, you get the 5 or 6 well-known stocks that everybody wants. Either pick them from the Dow 30 or the S&P 100. And just stay with those stocks, because those stocks are in everybody's portfolio. Hedge funds, insurance companies, biggest banks, hedge everywhere. They 401ks. And then you wait for the pattern that comes to you. And when it turns green, you buy. When it turns red, you sell. So we had a nice move to the upside. And then it turned red on May 17th. And it turned red at around $66, and now it's $54. So now we got a gain going down 14%. See, that's what you need to understand. When you're in the market, you've got to have that skill or knowledge to sell the stock short. Then you should be in the market. But if you don't know how to sell a stock short and you're in there just trying to buy stocks, you got to buy to perfection. You got to make sure when you get out of a stock, you got to find another stock, right? So if a stock goes up 21%, now you get out because you don't want it to short. When we got out, we knew it was going to go down. When we got out and had a 21% gain, it turned red, telling us it was going to get down. Now, we all got out because it was red, saying it was going to go down. It was correct. It went down. But people don't normally want short it. They'll go try to find another stock. But that doesn't make sense because all the other stocks are up. Doesn't make any sense at all. But, again, all these rumors, I mean, it's going on with this pandemic. It's over now. Everybody's going to become millionaires in the stock market. This is crazy what's going on. We don't have this big growth they're talking about that's going to be annualized of 8 or 10% GDP growth. No, it's not going to happen on an annualized basis. No, it's not. Look, we got to get back to the gold standard because the gold standard puts pressures on our politicians to be truthful. How can they say inflation is transitory? What are you, nuts? They wouldn't lie about that. Let's talk about the debt monetization. The Federal Reserve and our Congress have been involved in monetizing government debt and corporate debt since 2008. Now, wait a minute. If they're saying monetization of debt is transitory, it's going to be here for a little while, wait a minute. They've been monetizing debt of banks and corporations since 2008, $250 billion a day. You think they're going to stop that now? More when I get back and more stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And join my gang free for 10 days. Get your color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, when to run like hell, and positions you to make money when the market goes down. You'll be the only people, and I'm talking you, just you, nobody else. You're going to know how to make money when the market's going to go down. You're going to love it. No more are you going to be fearful when the stock's going, I better get out, I better get out, I better get out. And then you get out and the stock goes down, and then you buy an overpriced stock and you lose on that one too. No, you got to go with the one that's going down. You sell it short. So simple to do. So simple to do. Like I said, all you have to do is go on your computer. Your broker hooks you up with this guy who's got a stock at $96. And he's going to give you that stock. He's going to lend it to you because you believe it's going to go down. And he's got an agreement with you. When that stock goes down, however low it goes, he's got to pay me the difference. That's my profit. So if I borrow from him at $96, it goes down to $64, he's got to pay me that difference. Now, here's the beautiful thing. We also find stocks that when a stock does that, because I'm going to go in and I have to buy that stock from him now, right? But I'm buying that stock at $64 that he bought at $96. He has no choice. He got to sell it to me for $64. That moves the stock up. The next guy did the same thing I did. He has to go buy his stock before he makes a profit. Remember, when a stock goes from $96 down to $64, I made $5,000. But I can't make the $5,000 yet until he sells me that stock. It's called covering my position. Covering my short position. So easy. You could teach a kid. My grandson, he's only in here for 3 days. He's 17 years old, smart as hell. And he's learning how to trade, 17. I told him, don't tell his parents. I said, you going to college? He's going to go to college. I said, well, and he's a big surfer. I said, why don't you just go to Hawaii? Enjoy yourself. Don't just go to college for a few years. But don't tell him unless you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer or a scientist or go to the moon, what the hell you need college for? But don't tell your parents I said that. But so he started to trade. I said, in 2 days he understood shorting. It wasn't even 2 days. When I talk, he was here 2 days. It was like an hour. He got the concept. He said, why don't more people do that? I said, I don't know. I said, I've been doing this for 51 years, and I can't get people to do it. I can't get them to do it. They're scared to death. I don't understand. But that's the whole key to investing. That's how you make money in investing. His stocks go down 10 times faster. All they tell you on CNBC, Fox, CBC, Bloomberg's, and all of them, buy this, buy that, buy. Kramer, buy this one, buy that. Did you ever hear Kramer say anything about selling a stock? No, here, listen to the genius.
There's still so much buying power out there. People want in, and not just in meme stocks. They want energy stocks because oil's going.
Wait, first of all, wait a minute. Wait. If they're going into oil, they're way too late. If they're going to go into energy, they're way too late. They should be got in when we got in. Way too late. So he's saying something wrong right there. And he says there's a lot of buying power there. No, there isn't. Retail customers don't have buying power. The buying power are the big hedge funds, the big insurance companies. They have the buying power. They're the one that drives the market. And that's why I decided, after being on this earth for 75 years, in the market for 51 years, the problem people have, they don't know when to get in their stocks and they don't know when to get out. Getting in, anybody can get in, but they want to get out. So I designed a chart that's color-coded. It tells you. And our portfolio for our members, every day at 2 o'clock, we post it and tell you exactly what to do. Even though it's color-coded, we tell them. But what he's saying is wrong. Oh, here's another thing that really made me grumpy today. Listen to this garbage.
Federal Reserve reporting that household net worth rose to a record $137 trillion, up by $5 trillion in the first quarter. There were big gains in real estate, big gains in equity holdings.
Hey, hold on. He makes it sound like everybody's rich. Are you nuts? First of all, let's make it straight. Household debt is a historic high. $15 billion. $15 billion. Out of that is $4 billion on automobiles, their student loans, and credit cards. But $15 billion including the credit cards and their automobiles, student loans. It's historic. And wait a minute. Do you know that 17 million people have a negative net worth? 76 million households. 76 million households. You know what their combined income is? $42,000 a year. 72% of our working force work from paycheck to paycheck. When you get these kind of numbers, that everybody's rich, right? What they should do is break it out. But they don't. They should break it out. Say, okay, let's see what the income is. Let's take the working force, the 72% of our working force, whose combined income is around $42,000 a year, where 72% of them live from paycheck to paycheck. Let's see how much their net worth went up. And then let's take the very, very wealthy, the top 1% and the top 1/100th of 1%, which distorts all these numbers. They're in the stock market. And when inflation's going up, while the other people who are going from paycheck to paycheck are going to the grocery store, they have to cut back on what they're buying. They have to put the meat back and buy hash or something because they can't make it. Or they go to the pharmacy, they only take half the prescription, they can't afford it. That's the real world. When you listen to these guys on these fake business news networks, they're lying. They're lying. Consumers, that group, spends 40% more than their income. If they didn't have credit cards, they'd be screwed. That's how they make it at the end of the month with credit cards. Healthcare's up 72% for those people. What are you, nuts? So they make it sound like, wow, everybody's rich. The only place that you can make money is in the stock market. But you only can make money in the stock market consistently if you stay with the same small group of stocks and you just wait for the right pattern that tells you when to get in, when to get out. And we designed a color code that goes with the chart that tells you. And then every day at 2 o'clock, not only we come and tell you, even though it turned red to sell short, we tell you. Or we tell you to add or not to add. It's unbelievable. I don't get it. We'll be back after this break. We're going to look at some more stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1 percentile? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Clean up in aisle 7. When you hear that in the supermarket, it can mean one of two things. Either you have to brace yourself for the mess because you need something from aisle 7, or it means nothing because you're not in that aisle and you have no reason to go there. That's this stock market in a nutshell.
What in the hell is he talking about? Unbelievable. Yeah, the same guy he held, I don't have the cut up, but UMC. Do you remember when he suggested that this guy got clobbered? He bought UMC and it dropped big time. It dropped from 11 and a quarter all the way down to $8.10. Use $8. And so he says, maybe we can rack it up. I'll find it. So he says to stay in it. And I said, wait a minute. The only way that stock's going to go up, and it only go up halfway. I said, at that time it was around $8.40, and I said the most of that stock's going to go up around $9.90, and the only way it's going to push itself up is because everybody who sold it short, like I used the example, if I went in and borrowed this guy's stock at $11, he thinks it was going to go up. I think it's going to go down. And he gives me the option that if it goes down less than $11, he'll pay me the difference. So if it goes from 11 down to $8, he has to pay me the difference. Oh, here, let me. Okay. So the point is, the only way it'll go up is now I made $5,000 shorting it, but I can't get my cash until I go in and actually buy the stock at $8.10, which he sold to me at $11.40. And that's what moves the stock up. We call them 50 percenters because they have to go up. There's no choice. They got to go up because anybody who sold it short like me and made $5,000 shorting it, I can't get my $5,000 until I go and buy the stock from him. He only gave me an option at $11. So when it dropped down to $8, I made $5,000, but I got to buy it. And when I buy it, that pushes the stock up. And everybody else who did the same thing pushed that stock up, but it pushes up about halfway and then it stops. Exactly what happened with this stock. Exactly what happened. And this poor guy's still in it. He should have went on to a new stock. When you lose money like that and you don't know how to short, just get out. Get out. Don't stay in and think you're going to make your, because it's impossible. It's so hard. Because everybody who bought it at $11, when it dropped down to $8, they're all saying, okay, I'm going to stay in. If I get half my, they'll say, oh, I made a mistake. If I get half my money back, I'm going to get out. If I get half my money back, how many times have you said that? I can get half my money back, I can go out. So that causes this big push down on you, big resistance. You got to mow your way up through them. You got like Pac-Man. You got to go push your way up. But you're only a retail customer. The institutions aren't going to buy those. The only way that stock would go from $8 back up to $11 if the institutions were buying. But the institutions already shorted it. The institutions are gone from that stock now. Now you're in there alone. See, people don't understand any of this. So he tells him to stay in his stock. The guy's sitting there still suffering, and he's going to suffer even more. Anytime you're in a stock and you get hit and you don't know how to short, get out of the damn thing and find a stock that's going to make a new all-time high. We call those power stocks. And then where you make most of your money is from shorting. But I don't want to get off this, but I want to listen to this. This is the guy. Thank you for the cut. The producer put the cut up for me.
Okay. Is United Microelectronics a buy at this level?
I think so. I think so. It's just doing really well. I mean, the chart is wrong. The stock is doing well. I'm okay with it. I really am.
Okay. The chart is wrong. A chart is never wrong. What do you mean a chart is wrong? A chart only reflects all the math, all the buying and the selling and the math. It just puts it on a chart so you can see. You take and go behind it. It's all the math, all the buys, all the sell. It's never wrong. Unbelievable. So, anyways, this guy's still stuck. I don't get caught up on that. But let me just tell you this. We were talking about a moment ago. All these stocks that they're telling you to buy, okay? Remember, if you're getting into the hotels right now or you're getting into casinos right now, you're going to lose money. Don't listen to them. Example, NCLH, that's starting to break and go down now. Okay, CCL, that's another one we're short. Okay, that's the cruise line, Carnival Cruise. There's a good short right there. She's starting to break and go down. But a lot of people are getting into these on bad advice. See, these already went up. See, these guys already started to go up back in February, in March. After the pandemic, they all started to move back up because people are buying into the idea. Professionals are buying into the news, okay, into the future. So they're buying on the rumor that everybody's going to get back and go get out of their houses and go to Vegas and go to these casinos. So you buy on that rumor they're going to do that. Now the fact is coming, and they're not doing that. So the stock's going down. Now we made our money both ways. Now we're going to make our money selling it short. We already made our money. We got in at on CCL when it turned green. That was around $21, and then we got out of the stock. It was somewhere around, I think it was around $29, and then that's about a 38% gain. Okay, but again, not saying every gang member made 38%. Every gang member has the option. Remember, the color-coded chart turns green and gets you a profit center. Like every one of our stocks is like a little business. And you have the opportunity. When that turns green and expands, you got the opportunity. So you can make 5%, 10%, or you can make the whole 21 or 28%. That's up to you. But our target is to make every gang member make at least just 5% a month. That's 60% return a year. Now, they're not going to make 60% a year because you lose, okay? But the idea is, think about it. 5%, that's all you have to make. Now, if you add to that, now you're going to get even more help because now you're going to short. So now you're going to double it. So that's how you make money in the market. And if you stay in the same stocks, because think about a stock. You don't even have to know what the name of the stock is. Stocks have so many patterns. It has a pattern to tell you the money's going in, has a pattern that tells you when the money's going out, has a pattern that tells you when you should add, has a pattern that tells you when you shouldn't add. That's it. Every stock has the same pattern. So you don't need to go look at all the hot stocks, chasing around 8,000 stocks. That's ridiculous. Stay with the 5-6 stocks that are in everyone's hedge fund, 401k, the insurance companies, the big institutions, that they have all those stocks. Those are stocks they're in all the time. And that's where you should be. It's that simple. Then that's how you make money in this business. All right, we're talking about all this money that's out there, just like housing. Listen to this with housing. Tucker Carlson, this was interesting the other night.
Have you tried to buy a house recently in this country? Suddenly prices are out of control. And not just in the places where you'd think they would be. Texas, Florida, people moving out of failing states into thriving states. They're up everywhere. They're up in San Jose, California, which is already way overvalued. It doesn't seem normal. There's been a lot of moving within this country, but we're not watching a conventional housing market.
And he's absolutely right. I've been saying that. Look, this housing market, if you bought a house in the last, let's say, 6, 7 months, 8 months, whatever you think you overpaid for that house by 20, 30%, you overpaid. Now, if you're going to be in it for the next 8, 10 years, you're going to be okay. But if you're buying a house and you got to move in 3, 4, 5 years, you're screwed. You're going to lose that money unless you put a big down payment down. Because remember, this is not your usual housing market. This happened to be, everything was perfect. The stars, the sun, the moon, all lined up perfect. Because these cities were a disaster. People were rioting and people wanted to get out of the city. These were well-to-do people. And they got out of the city and they moved to the suburb. But that's a small segment of our population. Very, very tiny. The biggest part of a housing market is home starts. Meaning people are going to, first-time buyers. That's about 50% of your housing market. They're not in there buying. The way they distort things are unbelievable. They just don't tell you the truth. More truth when we get back. More stocks. Join my gang free for 10 days. Learn how to make money when a stock goes
down. Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over 6-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days, philsgang.com. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Things are just back and the consumer's really, really strong.
There's another one. Consumer's really, really strong. I mean, I don't get it. 72% of our 157 million workforce are working paycheck to paycheck, and consumers are really strong. And our consumers are struggling because they have 14 billion, or 14 point, let's round off, 15 billion in debt. Corporations are in trouble. Almost 30% of our corporations don't even have free cash flow. The only thing that's keeping them alive is the monetization of debt. And I want to talk about that for a moment. The gold standard is so important. One, it puts pressure on our politicians to be truthful. How can they say inflation is transitory? They can't. Not when you have the gold standard, because the gold standard will prove it's not transitory. Gold standard is a wonderful thing. That's why they don't want it. Debt monetization. We wouldn't have that. You know, debt monetization is what's killing the people are getting so rich off this market because it never comes down, right? You know how they say it never comes down? It's all fake. It's the biggest bubble in the world. And when it comes down, we're not going to go into a recession. We can go into a depression. I'm not just saying that. I am telling you, people have no idea what's going to happen. This market's going to crash 70% or more. I'm not kidding you. Okay, because we have no ammo to stop it. We're at zero rates. We can't cut rates. At least the other crashes, we could cut rates 25 times. We don't have that anymore. But debt monetization simply means when they print money, the Federal Reserve, and they go into these bad companies and buy their debt, their treasuries, especially their treasuries, okay? They buy their debt and put it on their balance sheet. That's what keeps them alive. They're a zombie company. They should be gone. You should let them go. Let it be in the free marketplace. But that's what kills the economy. And those stocks keep going up because they push them up artificially through quantitative easing. And people get rich off these zombie companies. They don't want these companies to go down. That's the worst thing that can happen because it doesn't last forever. We also monetize the debt of our federal government. We go in and take the debt, the Federal Reserve prints money that kills your dollar, takes the money, and they print it, and they go and they buy, again, from the government, all the Treasury debt. That's the debt that you loan to the market. You loan to the government, rather. You bought their Treasury. So all those treasuries are sitting there because they owe you money back. That's called Treasury debt. The Federal Reserve prints money, goes in and buys $250 billion a day and put them on their balance sheet. So by doing that, it distorts the market. It distorts the market because, again, the government, now gets all that debt to go put more debt on. Now, see, if we had gold standard, they couldn't do that because they'd have to, for every dollar we print, you have to have $1 worth of gold. We don't have that kind of gold. So they couldn't do this debt monetization that is moving this stock market up artificially. That's going to kill everybody unless you know how to short or you know exactly when to get out. Yeah, and I'll promote my charts because they tell you when to get out. Nobody else is going to tell you when to get out. Try it for 10 days and you'll see it tells you when to get out. I'm not lying about it. It tells you when to get out. 10 days, try it. If it doesn't work, then don't take it. So the debt monetization on our companies, the debt monetization on our government debt is terrible. It's distorting this market, unbelievable. Then even worse. Now, again, if you have gold standard, they couldn't get the money to go in. See, the Federal Reserve wouldn't be able to print the money to go in and monetize the government's debt or corporate debt. They wouldn't be able to do that because they need $1 of gold for $1 for every dollar gold they print. See? So for every dollar bill, they need $1 of gold. They can't do it. So we get rid of the debt monetization. We get rid for the companies. We get rid of debt monetization for the government. Just to be a wonderful thing. Then we'd have a free market again instead of a crooked market. Now, I'm not complaining. I'd always rather have a crooked market because we make more money in a crooked market because the market just keeps going up until the day it doesn't. Then the people who are not professionals like me, they lose it all. They lose it all. Ask the people back in the dot-com days if they lost it all. Ask the people back in the housing con days if they lost it all in the stock market. Of course, they'll tell you they did. So we have to get rid of that. Now, when they lie to you today and saying, this is transitory, this inflation. No, the biggest inflation comes from the debt monetization of companies and the debt monetization of the government. That's what makes this inflation go because they got to keep printing money to go in and buy that treasury from the government and the treasuries and mortgage-backed securities from the companies. That's why they're printing and printing and printing and printing. And when you go to the supermarket and buy a bag of potato chips, only 25% of the bag has a potato chip. The rest of it's air. They're screwing you in the supermarket, too. I got a bag of potato chips last Saturday. Before, half the bag was full of air. I accepted it. I'm not going to complain. Half. I make good living. I'm not going to complain. I went back last Saturday. Now it's only a quarter of the chips. The rest is all air. When I popped the box, opened up, it sounded like one big fart. I mean, unbelievable. It's like I was buying a bag of farts instead of chips. What are you, nuts? What are they going to do? Next Saturday I go to the market, watch, they're going to give me 2 potato chips on the bottom of the bag. And people don't know any of this. They're just walking around. What are the scores? What do the Red Sox do? What does Chicago do? What, the hockey player? What's the ball game? The basketball game? They know all the scores of all the games. Everybody's average. How many balls they throw in the air. But they don't know any of this. And they wonder why they're left with nothing. Debt monetization. So if we have gold, they can't print that money. They have to have $1 worth of gold to print $1. They don't have the money, so that all stops and makes us much better. Now, all these treasuries that we have, the Federal Reserve can't sell those. If they went to sell those, you know what's going to happen? We'd go into a depression because there's no buyers out there. They're the biggest buyers in the world for treasuries. If they start selling, do you know where interest rates would go? Were you around in the 70s? Be 18%, 20%, 28%. That's where they were then. Same thing's going to happen here. And people just, they don't care. They don't know nothing about it. They're just whistling down the road. We're going to have a 10% correction, I'm telling you, this summer. Then they're going to run it back up with an announcement of stimulus. Then comes the crash. This is crazy. The Federal Reserve and Congress have their back against the wall. They don't want you to know. Purchasing Treasury debt, keeping rates too low for too long, and this tech stock addiction. That's what has destroyed this economy and this stock market. You say, well, Phil, it's not destroyed. Look, it goes up every day. Wait and see. Yeah, we're all making, the gang's making money. We're all making money in tech stocks too. But at least we'll know when to get out. You won't. One day I will say, here, take our stock. Here, take our stock. Take our stock. When they get on CNBC and Fox and Bloomberg's and they push in the stock, I say, here, take mine. Take mine. I'll sell you mine. We need to get back to the gold standard to save our republic from crooked politicians and the crooked Federal Reserve. Because anytime you tie a gold standard to our currency, it puts restraints on the politicians spending, our Congress. Otherwise, there's no restraints. They print and print and print and print and keep buying and buying and buying treasuries. Keep interest rates down to zero, and the poor people on fixed incomes, what are they getting on savings? Nothing. Not going back to the gold standard is a huge mistake, but they'll never do it because they make more money with a crooked market. Way deep down inside, I don't want them to do it either because we make more money with a crooked market because we know when to get out. $1 of gold for every dollar you print. That's the way it should be. Because remember, it places a restraint on the power of both Congress and the Federal Reserve. That's what we need. Takes away their arbitrary increasing of money supply. That's what's killing us. It forces Congress to pare back not only its spending, but it eliminates Congress' wasteful spending. Do you remember this garbage here? Where's, remember he appointed Obama appointed, he appointed Biden as sheriff. Remember this?
Joe will keep an eye on how precious tax dollars are being spent. To you, he's Mr. Vice President, but around the White House, we call him the sheriff. Because if you're misusing taxpayer money, you'll have to answer to him.
And who caused the biggest inflation? Those two characters. Why? Because we have the biggest welfare state ever, because of them. Republicans did the same thing. We'll talk more about this tomorrow. But remember, all the cruise lines, the casinos, if you're going in those, be very careful because they're going to come down. Join my gang, Phil's gang, free for 10 days. See you on the charts. Remember St. Jude, please, when you're making money.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600.